All right. Good afternoon, everyone. 2 week, kind of every 2 week deal. We are on the this is the second week or first show of March. I got Dak with me. I think we got Marcus coming through. Vinny, I'm not sure. And 78 points of articulation. Hopefully, will be showing up fairly soon here. Um, we got some people on the chat. I do apologize for the late start, but Wade, we'll have you on next time. I wanted to kind of touch on Star Wars today, but I want to go more in depth with you next week after I get my box, and we'll talk about it next time, but or behind the scenes. So, um, dope. We got Crimson Terror 85. Welcome to the chat, man. I think that's a new dude. And LJP 2023. I think that's a family friend of mine. Welcome to the chat. And the good Brad, not the bad Brad. So what's going on? Yeah, dude. Dak, so what's new with you, man? What's we kind of talked a little bit, touch base, but what has anything kind of brought your attention as far as collectibles are concerned lately at all, or just kind of chilling out?
Yeah, I've been reading up on what's going on, what's part of the what's it called, the zeitgeist, or what's going on in the comic and pop culture industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
I see Dune is doing very well at the box office. It's well over 100 million right now in almost a week. And I saw Dune. It was amazing. It was great movie. Highly
Sweet.
suggested. I'm a critic for movies, so it really was a great movie. Other than that, I hear a lot about the Star Wars Unlimited cards in our Discord. I know you're going to talk a little bit about that, Ferd. And I haven't bought any yet. I'm still holding out.
Yeah.
But I hope to buy some packs. I remember. I think I mentioned to you they were selling the booster boxes for $90,
Yeah.
$95 in my area. They were sold out. I went a
Sweet.
couple days later, expecting
Mm-hmm.
to find them still at the shop. They said they ran out. They were all gone. They did have the starter packs for about 29
35.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much did you get your starter packs for?
So I got the pre-sale kind of like it's basically like it's kind of like a trainer set essentially for
Yeah.
Pokemon. So you
Mhm.
get it doesn't come with as much crap, but you basically get like a little box to hold 60 cards.
Yeah.
You get six booster
Yeah.
packs, which retail for about $5.
Yeah.
Some counters, and then like kind of a quick setup.
Mhm.
How it explains how the game works and whatever. I thought that was a better value than getting the starter decks,
Okay.
or like the 2 player set. Um,
Mhm.
I remember back in the day, and like Magic does this as well. But like when I was a kid, you would get a starter deck and 2 booster packs because like you open up the starter deck, it's not a set amount of it's not like a
Right,
set
it just
card.
gets you
It's
started.
random.
You need
Yeah,
more. Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
that's what was cool. And for $15 out the door, you can start playing the game.
right.
Um, I wish they would have done that with Star Wars Unlimited, but I get it. It's
Different
fine.
age. Yeah.
But as far as like, I haven't been able to really look through the rules yet. Actually, I was gonna play the
Okay.
game with my wife.
Oh yeah. Nice.
She's a good sport, but just to get a feel for it,
Okay.
I went to 3 different card shops, not LCSs, but specifically card shops, and they said they've not sold out, but they've already set up tournaments weekly every Wednesday, and
Interesting.
they're getting like 30 people to show up at each one.
Mm,
Now, I mean, this being Seattle, like the birthplace of Magic, all that, so it has kind of that like allure.
mhm.
But every shop I've talked to, they say it's gotten a really good reception, and the I think they did a good job as far as I know. And Wade can probably touch on this next week or next time we have a show, when he can kind of go in depth with it. The gameplay is very quick and
Mhm.
fun. Almost it. Some people have said it's cleaner than Pokemon.
Mm.
So I personally like, it's great to have. What's up, Fedora? Um, he is. Well, I wonder what that. How did he do that emoji? That's kind of cool. Um, I personally got it because I've always been a fan of the Star Wars game, and so this is kind of a little bit nostalgic for me and all that. But I I didn't really get it for the collector side of it. I mean, obviously that's like a perk and whatnot, but I really wanted to get it to see if it was like a fun game to play. So we'll see how this booster box comes about. I don't know if I'll do it live opening or just do like a video, but I did do a video on the channel. It was pretty fun to rip open, 5 packs, 5 or 6 packs. And yeah, man, when you get the packs, man, let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Um, they're pretty like, and I love the price point, $5, man. Like that's perfect in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't find single packs for $5.
Mm.
Where do you find them usually? Do you find them in Walmart? You're not going to find them in regular retail like outlets like Walmart or Target, right?
No, at least for now. I think so. According to the gentleman that I talked to at the first card shop I went to, he says they released them on last Friday. So
Okay, for
I
five
think
bucks like a pack.
for $5 a
Okay,
pack,
yeah,
he went through a whole case already.
yeah,
He's ordering like 2 more cases, and there's like he there was like pre-sales all over the place.
mhm,
Um, but he said I actually looked at like a Target, Barnes and Noble, and they didn't have anything. So I don't
yeah,
know what the retail side is going to look like for now. It
right. I
seems
think
more off.
they're distributing them to specialty shops right now as they
Yeah,
start, and I think it might expand to the big box retailers. Because I've never come across them in Chicago, in Target or Walmart.
yeah, and me either. And again, it's really early. I I think they did a great job. It wasn't like too hot. Like Lorcana, um, I don't know anyone that plays that game, but I know a lot of people that collect it, and
Yeah.
a lot of
Mhm,
rip opening videos and stuff. But
mhm,
this is just like a very small kind of like comparison. Um, I looked for like how to play the game, and there were not a lot of videos, but there were a lot of views on how to play the Star Wars game.
mhm.
So I'm really hoping that this this becomes like a number 3 kind of card game, or just like, yeah, I mean, I think it's good for the hobby. The one thing I would say, and I was kind of asking Wade about this in the Discord. It seems like the main characters are already being released in this game. So like you have obviously Vader, Leia, Chewbacca, Palpatine, but then you have like Sabine Wren and like Grand Admiral Thrawn already being released in the initial like verse, right? So I wonder with expansions, like how's that gonna work? Are they just gonna do like different variations of like a stronger Thrawn, or like
Mhm.
Dark Luke? I don't know. I just hope that they didn't like quote unquote like blow their wad a little too quickly. With the new characters. That's the only like analogy I can think
Very
of.
good
But
point. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
As the cinematic universe, I hope they turn around Star Wars. I hope that in the next 5 years we get some great IPs out of them in live action.
Hmm.
Whether it's all hopeful. I mean, there's rumors that they're going to do like the original Star Wars, like 1,000 years in the past. There's rumors that they're going to make all Ray film that is being universally panned right now by everyone. But if they do set it up to expand on the past, that whole past universe, you're going to get a lot of new characters, a lot of great characters that may come out of that, and we already have that in the comic books, right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's endless, right? So we'll see. I mean, of course, the big stars of Star Wars is always Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Yoda, etc. They'll never be not the big stars, but you could expand on them. I don't know how it works with Pokemon and all the other card games out there, but I mean, they released the originals first, right? They released Pokemon, Charizard, and all those in the first release, right? But there are new characters that pop up, correct? That are really popular.
For the most part, I mean, Umbreon, there's like variations of Umbreon there.
Okay.
And then like there's always like a different Charizard, right? Like the one chase that I'm trying to go after is Obsidian Flames Charizard.
Okay.
And I mean, there's like 3 different Charizards in that set.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Is that from a new release, like in 2023 or 2024?
yeah, it's a pretty new
Okay.
set. So yeah, it's from 2023. So I'm trying to help Marcus here with a link. He's having connectivity issues, but yeah, and I think it works with Pokemon because they're drawn and they're characters versus like real people with like Star Wars. I don't know.
Mhm.
The art's okay. Like I wasn't too keen on the art, but the collectability, like you can get some pretty good hits and like I got a Grand Admiral Thrawn like
Mhm.
in my 4th pack. He's not like a rare, but I can play with him. So
Mhm.
there's that. I think they did a really good job with that kind of appeal. So
Mhm.
again, I'm gonna have Wade come on next week because I just wanted some time for us to kind of like play the game or whatever. But I think we'll try and go into like more depth in it next time, and then we'll talk about a little bit in the slides here today. But yeah, I just want to thank all 7, I guess. I don't know how many people are in the chat right now, but just want to thank you guys all for joining us on Tuesday. Again, we're trying to do this every 2 weeks and bring you some alternative collectability other than comic books. I know specifically the guys here that are in comics, but yeah, just trying to do something a little different lately. And Dak, I appreciate you coming through as always and being part of this thing we're trying to do here. This thing of ours, the Mafia says, but yeah.
Jizzy made some good points. Yeah, they didn't release Doctor Aphra yet. I don't think in the decks.
Yeah.
Doctor Aphra is a huge character, and I'm not quite sure what that means. What he means by Star Wars won't be like One Piece. FF is already taking secondary orders for boxes.
I think I kind of know what he's alluding to.
Okay.
Yeah. I yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I guess kind of expand on that a little bit, Wade. I want to know exactly what you're. I think I know what he's talking about, but let's see. Peanuts of the Gathering. This jackass. Pickles Nichols. God, Peanuts of the Gathering. Exclusively Charlie Brown. I hate you, Jason. Anyway, hope you're not working too hard on those planes and making them safe and not having doors come off of them. Anyway, so like I guess I should have started off with the slides initially, but as we wait for Marcus to come through and the others to join us, yeah, just again, we're talking about One Piece was a shit show because you couldn't order more cards. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think again, like just kind of the word on the street with this new game is like, I think it's doing really well so far, but cautiously, like it's done a cautious time or cautious release so far. All right, lunchtime, nice. Maybe you're probably eating good stuff. So obviously the main characters are the hits of this new game, and the last sale I saw, I mean, again, this game just came out. Obviously, we're probably going to see a little bit of this movement here and there, but Boba Fett sold for around 450 to $500.
Damn.
Now, when you start to open your cards, the kind of the way it does is Fantasy Flight is notorious for. That's what I thought too. I heard about that as well. So you get like your first card that you open in a pack. It's like your common or uncommon, like main character, and so you use that guide and build a deck around it. And then you have however many commons, and then your second to last card is a rare, and then the last card is a foil. These are the showcase cards. So essentially, these cards are the hits. These are the ones that you want to get. They're worth the most. They're so rare that it's 1 in every 12 boxes. Not packs, but boxes. So these guys are extremely rare.
So can you get these foil cards, these special cards in the starter packs as well? Like the $29 starter packs?
That's a good question. I want to say no. I feel like these are only in like the booster boxes that
Booster boxes?
we've bought, but I'm not sure. But that's kind of how I read
It would
it.
make sense. Oh,
I guess Wade says yes.
Yes.
I read as it was 1 in every 12 boxes, but I mean, yeah, that would make sense too.
That's
Um,
cool. You can pay like $29 instead of 95 or $100, and
right.
maybe your odds of getting one, are there. I mean, it
Yeah.
might be smaller odds, but you still have a chance.
Yeah, and you still get like 5, 6 packs and like those
Exactly.
those like starter quote unquote
Yeah.
packs. I just thought like that's a really cool part of the hobby. As I was opening the packs too, I was like, well, if I really just again like if I really just want to play the game and not really worry about like, oh, hold on, pre-release boxes. Yeah. That I was talking about the pre-release boxes that
Okay.
I opened up.
The
So
pre-release. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
So
saw those as well. Yeah.
yeah, that was the opening I did on the video, that 7-minute
Mhm.
video I posted on Discord. Um, but yeah, man, like Wade hit on like a couple of these guys, and I've seen them. I feel like it's pretty healthy, like 400 to $500 on a one in every 12 box like hit. That's a pretty good, kind of like price point.
Mhm.
It'd be ridiculous if it was like 3 grand or like two, but like 500, I'm like, okay, cool. People are kind of getting a feel for it. They're not getting too crazy.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, like I said, like so the Darth Vader showcase is another one everyone's looking for. I have Sabine Wren here, and then Grand Admiral Thrawn. Those go for like 300 to 400. And again, this is really early releases, but yeah, I thought that was kind of a healthy kind of market. So Dak, when you get your box, like be on the lookout for these kind of showcase cards, if you will. Pretty cool stuff, eh?
Will do. Will do. Do the showcase cards have any identifying markers on them, or are they? How do you know they're showcase? For those who do not know, like myself.
So I just basically like looked it up on eBay, and
Okay.
when I was opening my packs, like I
Yeah.
went to the last one. And if I didn't have if it wasn't the last one, then I was like, okay, it's probably not the hit.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I just know that this is what they look like, and they're foil.
Okay.
Um,
They're
I don't,
foil. Okay.
yeah, I don't know what. And when Wade was showing them off in the Discord, I asked him like, was that the last card you got, or was it the first one? Because the first card when you open the pack, it's always one of the main, and he couldn't remember. So
Mm,
just I guess just research it as you open the packs. If you get a
mhm,
pretty big card, nine
mhm,
times out of 10, it's probably just the common ones, but
mhm.
still pretty cool to collect and whatnot. So excuse me.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. We'll see how it goes. I'm really anxious to get Wade on here next time, and I want to play out the game and see if I can get the mechanics of it as well. Some comic book stuff. I couldn't think of a lot of comic book stuff lately, but this kind of brought to my attention on my video game search. So usually, like I go from comic books to video games, but I went from video games to comic books. And so I was looking for, is there a Fortnite, comic book, like just for Fortnite, not like the Fortnite Batman comic books that came out a
Mhm,
few years ago
mhm.
or whatever.
Cause a
Um,
frenzy. Yeah.
yeah, right. I was looking for just specifically like a Fortnite, comic book. I couldn't find any, but I didn't know about this book, and people may know about this in the chat, but this Minecraft Ashcan came out mid 2010s era. It's a mini comic. I'm assuming it's low print, and because it's a Minecraft comic, they're probably not in really good shape. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
have you heard of this Minecraft Ashcan before?
I recall, was it Vinny who told me about this, or someone told me about this? But it's pretty rare. I don't think you can find. Let me just check eBay quickly. I don't think you find many on eBay. I think it's a pretty tough book to find.
Mhm. And
Um,
it's
I,
small. The
I never
graded
ran
ones, I
into
think.
it.
You never looked into it?
I never ran into it.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's something that uh, you well, it's selling for about. How do I share my screen here?
Oh, you can send me the link, or
Oh yeah, I'll send you the link right here.
yeah, you can put it in the private chat if you want
Yeah,
to, or the regular chat, doesn't matter.
it's all good. All right. So if you go there, Yeah, they're selling for about raw for about $200. I mean, listing 120, 100. So they're expensive books. At least listed. Let's see
Uh-huh.
what they sold for. So selling what completions comps? Let's see. Where are they? Where's the comp lists? It's funny, it's not pull down. The drop down is not showing comps
Huh.
on my desktop. It shows it on my phone, but it doesn't show it here.
That's okay.
I'm an idiot. I probably don't know where it is. It's okay. Anyway, yeah, it's listing for about 100 to $200 raw, and about $275 to $400 slab 9.8.
Yeah, I mean, like
So
275, it seems like a pretty, I don't know if people just aren't paying attention to this or because, yeah, I mean, like, for example, man, like, we got 9.8s of said book that came out like a month ago that could, like you said this in the chat many times. I mean, like 50% of those books, like, okay, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 is selling 9.8 for 250.
yeah,
Would you rather? I mean, it's kind of a no doubt, right? From like a collecting perspective, and we always talk about like us old 40-year-old heads, like, we're not this Minecraft's not like our age, but it's
no,
like those 18-year-old kids age. Like I remember my brother-in-law's nephew, he was like 10, and this kid like freaking loved Minecraft. He's about 18 now, and he doesn't obviously play the game anymore, but man, when that kid graduates college and he's, in that kind of like mode that we are in, he's probably going to want this like book just to bring him back to that day. Like nostalgia is a crazy drug, right? So
yeah.
I feel like 275, you sell that Ultimate Spider-Man 1, flip that and then buying this, man. Like that's and sit on it, man. That's a great piece.
Mhm.
I think 9 times out of 10 people are going to, especially younger kids, are going to know what Minecraft is versus Ultimate Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So yeah, just kind of one comic book that I was kind of thinking of. And then I'm go ahead.
There was others. There was another video game. It's on my watch list, but I was looking at Gears of War.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a black cover, and there's a red cover to it as well.
Let me look it up.
But Gears of War #1, I think it was from Wildstorm. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Is it Wildstorm?
Yeah. This guy.
Yeah, so that's a all black cover, and getting a 9.8 of that, they're going to make a Gears of War movie.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get in cheap, I think that's a good play. I know the comic market is not what it was, but if you can get in cheap, you could flip the book for sure.
Yeah.
When they first release images of the movie, and so that's one I would. I mean, I'm looking to jump into it to get a 9.8 of this one, and I just really think it's a good IP as it is. It made waves when it came out. It's a very high rated game. I think
Yeah.
people have nostalgia for Gears of War as well. So yeah, that's one I'm looking into as well.
I mean, in all honesty, like I think the safest play nowadays, even with the turn in comic books being like lower, it's safer to go with the comic book / video game kind of pairing because you have those the more people you have wanting that thing, it's just going to be easier. And
yeah, the cross pollination aspect of it is great.
Yeah.
It's you can count on both groups to want something.
Right.
So just like God of War, right? God of War, the comic book, that's another big one. There was another one that I was looking into. I forget now, but yeah, any comic related comic book. I think what's going on now. I think we're seeing a shift to comic book IPs over. Sorry, video game IPs over comic book IPs. We're seeing the shift to video game IPs, and so. Whether or not that translates to the hype about those video games in comic books remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But might as well get into it early when you can before they blow up, and then you can't get them anymore, or you can't flip them anymore.
Yeah.
You have to pay a premium. And so, yeah, I would say that's a good strategy to look at these books now.
No, yeah, good stuff. And I think we've talked in the back, kind of like DMs to each other, like, yeah, man, I think we're on the same wavelength with that kind of like pathway and all that. So
We're definitely going down the rabbit hole for sure. You and I.
it's kind of fun, right? It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I talk about this ad nauseum, but like, man, the strategy guide market is starting to kind of, I wouldn't say heat up, but it's starting. There's more attention on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like when it comes to investing, when it comes to just thinking of things like in the future, like I'm being more picky. And I think because of your influence, honestly, which is a good thing, I'm thinking of like, okay, what's a video game coming up that has a huge franchise following? I mean, Vinny did a whole segment on a show a long time ago, and it's Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. And I'm not specifically singling out Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but if you can find a Grand Theft Auto strategy guide for like $5-6, it's complete. Do some research on it, because some of them have maps, some don't. With the new video game coming out a year from now, and Marcus has touched on this, like we thought about pre-ordering the collector's edition. It might be really expensive, but with my DAC hat on, I'm thinking, what stuff could I buy for $4 that I could sell raw for 30, or perhaps grade it and get it for 200? I think I've looked at these Grand Theft Auto strategy guides. They're thick as hell. So it's kind of hard to get in like a high grade. But with that said, I think collectors are being a little bit more realistic or smarter about the realization of strategy guides don't come in 9.8, 9.6, not even 9.4s. But I saw a 9.2 strategy guide. It wasn't Grand Theft Auto. It was a different game. Go for like $250. And I've seen that same strategy guide in like secondhand bookstores for like $5 in pretty good condition, or pretty close to what I saw. So this is just one I know you could, it's a newer game, right? So you might be able to maybe get this in better condition. But yeah, like you said, Dak, like if you can get it at a good price, like, it's all about the buy-in, right? I wouldn't pay $30 for this. I pay 5 or maybe at the most 10, depending on what the condition is. Have you found any strategy guides at all lately? Like on your,
I've looked, Ferd. I'm looking at, like, as we spoke about this before, the Warhammer, the Warhammer strategy guides, not video game related, but RPG, whatever you want to call it. It's tough to find those, especially because they were printed by it's directly printed from Workshop, I believe.
Games Workshop.
Gamers Workshop, that's it. It's directly printed by Gamers Workshop. So it's hard to get because they were all printed in England, I believe.
Yeah.
So they are printed in England, but then they're imported into North America. So they are hard to find. You will find the later ones, but the original, like, Warhammer strategy guides, the original ones that were released in the 80s, 89, 90s, it's tough.
Yeah.
You probably have to go to England to try to track one down. But I've still been looking for those, because I have a very big feeling that Warhammer's going to explode if Henry Cavill has his way and he decides to develop the IP into a live action franchise. I think it'll explode. And I think people want the original Warhammer Rogue Trader book in their collection. And you have a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many people play Warhammer.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous over here. There's like, room at commercial like real estate, right? It's like the commercial real estate market is kind of a side bar, but like you need a lot of room to house those like tabletops, right? So, you're getting, I think commercial real estate owners are like being a little bit more lenient on like the rents. So I've seen a lot more tabletop kind of gaming deals around Washington have been spawning up, and they're packed. I mean, they got their rulers out and like their dice rolls and all that stuff. It's pretty big over here. And it's a combination of like, I'm gonna play Warhammer for 5 hours and drink beer and nachos. It's gamers paradise type of thing. But it's big over here. I'm curious too, because like with the onset of like what we're doing now, StreamYard, live streaming, I feel like there's a way to play those games even not in person. It's probably a little bit harder. I don't know. If there's like an avenue for it, it'll find a way. But yeah, I just think that it's like it's pretty big. I know the Warhammer 40K is more like, when I was a kid, I played the fantasy Warhammer game, not for very long, but look who it is. It's our good friend Vinny. Hello, Vinny.
What up?
Oh,
how you been, man?
Been good, man.
Busy?
I always say I can't make it, and then I just show up.
I love it. That's what I like. Street food is good. Says, is Warhammer like chess?
I think you could say it's kind of like a much more expanded chess, probably.
Yeah.
It's like world building with chess. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nerd, but it's pretty cool, man. But yeah, 1987 is going for about $200.
Yep.
It's good to know. I mean, like, it's always going to be like that property that's never, it's not a meteoric rise. It's always going to be steady, like Magic, in my opinion. And it's more accepted with like nerds as nerds get bigger in this world, Who's that one guy? He was, I think his name's like Joe. I forgot his last name, but he's like a huge Warhammer like fan. Like, he makes tables and stuff. He's an actor. I forgot that guy's name, but he has like a YouTube channel and he plays like with his buddies.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like
there are a lot of Hollywood actors into Warhammer.
It's so weird to me, right? How do they have time to play like Warhammer? Vinny, we were talking about this Minecraft Ashcan, and a 9.8 is on sale right now for $275. And I was just like telling Dak, I was like, man, would you rather have that book or Ultimate Spider-Man 1 for the same price? You know what I mean? It's like, it's ridiculous.
I'd probably have the Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. Right. 100%, man. So I think it's a great book to get in high grade from 2018. It's smaller, right? It's so anyway, moving on to the next. This is your low hanging fruit for the week. I told Dak about this was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I can't remember, but I was looking, first off, this is months ago, and congrats to Dak for getting the first Simpsons appearance in a animation magazine from 1980, whatever it was. Got it for a steal.
87, I believe 87.
And we both missed out on it for $50, like in December, because I'm an idiot.
Well, Ferd, I got to give it to you. You're the first one to bring it up. You're the first one to post it, and then I did a little bit of research on it. And I found out that you were absolutely 100% right. It was the first printed Simpsons ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I missed that opportunity. And then there's a guy selling another one, and I picked it up from eBay. I picked up, I'm happy with the purchase. I don't even know what the going rate is for that book, because all the prices on eBay are in the thousands. So when I picked it up, I didn't pick it up for 1,000 for sure, right?
Yeah.
I picked up much cheaper, but I I actually went on another Discord. I went on the big Discord. What's his name? The guy who does the show every week. I'm
Oh,
blank.
Brian
Brian
McClay.
McClay. Yeah. So Brian and one person or one commenter said that you could get those for $10 on Animation Magazine's website. I'm like, whoa, did I just get ripped big time?
Oh, man.
So went on Animations Magazine's website. There is none there.
Yeah.
It's all gone. So
Yeah.
who knows how long when he purchased it? Might have been 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever. But there's none left. So if they had any, they're all gone. So I guess I made a good purchase. I'm not quite sure. The jury's still out. We don't know. I mean, they're listed for thousands of dollars on eBay, but is anyone buying it for $1,000? But even then, I just decided to get it because I'm a Simpsons fan. Always been a Simpsons fan. I remember when it first came out. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
So,
I think the graded copies go for, grade that guy. Because I think the market doesn't know, right? So
yeah,
obviously the well's empty. So now the market needs to be established for it. And even if someone's
you're
sitting on
absolutely
10 of
right.
them, right? So
yeah, if you're not aware of it, if there's no awareness brought about these things, no one's gonna know, or there's no demand being generated, right?
Exactly.
Everybody thinks Simpsons 1 is the first appearance of the Simpsons, right? Bart
Yeah.
Simpson and all them. But if you look back further, you can trace it back to a magazine. It's not even something intangible, right? It's a magazine, and people collect magazines, right?
Right.
As we want to see here. So, yeah.
And it's like I feel like the magazine market graded, especially unless it's Sports Illustrated, and Vinny's got like the for Sports Illustrated magazine to have.
Yeah.
Like I think it's very like there's so many ways you can go, so it's kind of tough, right, to navigate through it. But like it's still it's a very new market. It hasn't matured, not even close. Because like I was saying before, like the expectation for graded magazines is like I don't think people really realize it's really hard to get a 9.8 magazine, period.
Yep.
Fucking newsstand, and some dude at Barnes and Noble is just throwing them up there. They don't care about that.
It's not like you're going to a comic book store where everything's bagged and boarded.
Exactly. So it's really tough. I remember I had my Wembenyama. I graded 2 Sports Illustrateds. One came back 9.2. The other one came 9.4. I got $110 for, or at least I got 100 for one, and then like 140 for the other. So I mean, it's a different kind of segment, right? But like, okay, people get that. It's not being in perfect condition. My low hanging fruit, since I missed out on the Simpsons magazine, I was like, what's the next kind of like cartoon that nerds or just American or Americana like loves? South Park. So I did some research, and sure enough, Animation Magazine, this came out in November, around the same time South Park came out. This is the first mention, evidently, from what I've researched, of South Park in a magazine. And guess what? Dak got a couple copies. I got a couple more copies today. And for all the people that are in the chat, hold on. Where'd it go? Damn it. Well, here it is. If you want to play this play, if you're into magazines or anything like that, and you love South Park, there you go. There's the link. Animation Magazine from November of 97. You can get it for $10. That's
Still pretty
for the
cheap.
day.
Freaking crazy, dude.
So I already got 4 copies of it. I'll probably send off a couple, hold on to one. And yeah, hopefully it works out. I don't know. Good luck to you guys.
Low risk, high reward, right?
Low risk, high reward. I mean, it's a pretty, they sent it to me. I don't know if you got the same way, Dak, but it came really clean. Like it was.
It did. Good. Glad to hear that. No, mine's still on their way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's not, it's like, it's in like a USPS first class, but they did a really good job of like, presenting it. It's bagged and boarded. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. What do you think, Vinny?
I just ordered some.
Oh, nice.
I was talking to you.
Cool. Yeah,
but it wasn't cheap though, Dak. I ended up paying a lot of money in shipping. It was like $94 in shipping. What the hell?
You serious?
there should be like a
Yeah.
I bought one
like-
copy. For used hyperbole for me, but I just got one. But how many did you get, Ferd?
I got 3.
So how much did you pay for shipping
I paid $20 for shipping
altogether? Right,
yeah
Vince.
I bought-
How come you paid so much for shipping?
I just bought 6 and I paid $94.20 for shipping.
What? That's weird.
Who knows?
Huh? Interesting. Did they just up their shipping game?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
No clue.
Iman's World Geek, what's up, my Filipino brother? And you have highlighted the next kind of thing that I thought was pretty cool. So I was on another deep dive on magazines. So it's Black Belt, I believe I don't know the exact date, but I saw this. This is evidently the first mention of Bruce Lee because he was the Green Hornet, right? In that Green Hornet series. They talk about him in this magazine and he's on cover and it's his first time on cover. It's first time within the guts of a magazine in America. $300 in like 6.0 kind of like condition. It's on eBay right now with a couple other like deals, but I thought that was, Bruce Lee's an icon, it's kind of niche a little bit, I guess, but for $300, man, I'm thinking about purchasing it. I don't know if you guys are Bruce Lee fans, but he's basically he's the godfather of martial arts,
Yeah,
if you want to get down to it, right? So that was pretty cool, magazine wise.
I have that magazine on my watch list without you talking about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
Bruce Lee's. I grew up watching Bruce Lee. He was one of my heroes growing up. I watched him ever since Green Hornet came on TV, and just the myth and the allure behind Bruce Lee always fascinated me. So
Yeah.
I took martial arts for many years as well. So he's like everything, man. He's amazing. I always thought he was like one of the coolest people ever.
Yeah. So. His grave's here in Seattle and people used to take etchings of his grave as kind of a tribute. And he's buried right next to his son.
Is that right? He's buried in where is he buried? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
In Seattle.
In Seattle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's his first studio's kind of in this area South Seattle, and you can still see like on the side of the building you can see like Bruce Lee or Jun Kundi or whatever, I forgot the name of it, but Jukundo, like studio, come all are invited.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a donut shop or something, I don't know, but
are you serious? They didn't convert it into a shrine or anything?
No, but they still left the kind of the deal up there. It's just pretty cool.
The original sign or plaque over it?
It's faded, but you can still see it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We got Hack in the house. You guys got to give a follow to my boy Hack. He lives he's also a Washingtonian as well. He lives around the east side. I think one of these days we're going to meet up and share some Mexican cuisine that my mother-in-law will make. And then kind of some newer stuff. I couldn't find a ton of stuff on videos this week, but I thought this is kind of risky, but Killer Clowns 4K presale. It just popped my attention because it was like $80 for a presale of like this very niche cult horror movie. I personally probably won't buy it, but I just want to point out to all you, like, because I know like horror does really well, right? And clowns are just spooky. But I just was like, wow, there's like a market for steel books and $80 steel books that don't really come with anything. I just thought it was really weird, but anyway. And big shout out, happy birthday, Southpaw Brad. He is 40 years young, right? Right, Brad? I don't know how old he is.
Happy birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. All right, moving on. We don't have that much stuff left this week, but I appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out. It's been a while since we've got the crew back. Vinny, you are always having me go down these like rabbit holes, and the deeper I get, the deeper I get. I guess I don't know, but we've talked about Fortnite before. Specifically, Vinny, you have talked about Fortnite a lot, so I was like, well, I'm really curious about consoles because I freaking love consoles. So I initially found this Fortnite on top here, the one with the females on top. So this came out in 2019. There's listings on eBay for like $800, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna scoop that up like eventually one of these days, and it's sealed. Well, evidently, that's not the Grail of Fortnite. The Grail of Fortnite, and I'm talking about everything as far as what my research has been, is this double helix Switch Fortnite console. I don't know the whole story, but just kind of summarize. This double helix like skin was super either rare or expensive and just hard to find. But I've seen listings for like 20,000, which is like ridiculous. But what I thought was pretty interesting, which I'll show later, is the actual like the paper coupon that has the scratch card for this skin. It goes for really good money. Have you guys heard of this of these Fortnite skins and how they go up for like plenty of money? And do you think it has legs to like stay the test of time?
I haven't heard about it, but I think it's very interesting, especially when you're talking about exclusive skins or things like that. I mean, obviously, when you buy it sealed like this, you're never going to get that skin. But I think having it in this condition sealed as a physical version, I think it's very interesting to just capture that moment in time,
Yeah.
So
my one hesitation was like, okay, so Vinny, like the 2017 and Dak, you got a copy here, CIB at least. The original game came on Xbox in 2017, so these are a couple years afterwards. What's that?
And PlayStation.
And PlayStation, right. And PlayStation's the one to get, in your opinion, right, Vinny?
That's the one that they both released around the same time, but for some reason, collectors kind of go towards the PlayStation one.
Yeah. Dak, do you have any? It's straight up. Do you have any Fortnite CIB or sealed at all?
So I looked into Fortnite, and I unfortunately had a chance to buy Fortnite. Vinny knows all about it, and I did not buy it.
Damn.
It was sealed. I didn't buy it, and I regret every moment of that. They are way too expensive for me to buy now. I'm looking for a CIB. Mm-hmm. If I can find one, within the budget I have to purchase one, I will buy a CIB. If I get a sealed, I'll be way too lucky. But now, of all times, is the right time to buy, I think, because maybe I'll ask Vinny, but the market's gone quite a bit back to like normalcy, I would say, from 2021 and 2020. Yeah. So now, I guess, Vince, is that the opportunity now to buy one if you can?
Yeah, actually, Ferd he sent a link yesterday, I think, in a group chat that ended up going for like 670 or something like that, which is not, it's not bad. It's not bad because when you think about it, Fortnites were going for about 1,000, 1,200, something like that. So that was pretty reasonable. So I think you might have a chance again right now. It feels like all collectibles are kind of down right now. So I don't think now is a bad time. And I think it's a no-brainer, honestly. Like if you get it, like it's, in my opinion, it's for sure going to go up again.
Yeah, it was up to like graded Fortnites where we're Vinny and I were checking up on the games, the graded games in 2021. They were up like 4,000 or 5,000 or more.
Yeah,
just getting in, like it was insane.
Yeah,
Minecraft too. It was the same way, dude. It was like crazy expensive like that.
That Minecraft video that you did, I think that helped out a lot of people. I got some good feedback from people that aren't in our Discord or just like friends of mine, and they were like, "Man, like I never thought of getting Minecraft, but when they saw the video that we all or Vinny that you did, they were like, I almost bought a second print, but it wasn't for your video. I would have been screwed, or not screwed, but like I would have paid way more for something I didn't want, So I had a question because I was going through my CIB PlayStation Fortnites that I have. So there's two like little slips, right? Like coupons or whatever. Is that right?
You mean the DLC code thing?
Yeah. So some I look on eBay, and this is to the chat. If you're interested in a CIB, a CIB Fortnite set has two different tickets, right? Or is it one, or do some come with two, or some come with one?
I think it's just one, I believe, but I'm not sure.
Okay, because I bought two. One came with two slips, and another one came with just one.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, maybe should I grab it? I'll grab it. I'll be right back.
Oh man, yeah. But anyways, now is the time, I think, to probably get a Fortnite if you're looking for one. And the Minecrafts have gone down in price too. I was kind of thinking about snagging another one just while the market is kind of down on it, like a first print, because it might have like a kind of like messed up seal, but the price was pretty reasonable right now.
I think you and I spoke about this. Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild first print.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
There's also an error version on the Nintendo Wii that I actually picked up CIB a while back, but there's an error version on the Nintendo Wii. If you can get that sealed, the error version on the Wii's like defunct now. No one uses the Wii, but that's like, I think that's a real good one to get. Breath of the Wild is one of the highest rated games of all time, from what I understand as well. So it's something that I would look for as well.
Yeah, and that error one has 7 controllers on the back. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is what I got from one of my Fortnite deals. So I got
that's the Storm. So there's 2 versions. There's one that's the regular version, and then there's the Storm Master Weapon Pack version.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
So probably the Storm Master Weapon Pack version has 2 inserts.
And is that one better than the one with just one insert?
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay. Cool. And I
well, you know what? I think they said the Storm Master one, if I remember correctly, I think they said that one came first, maybe. But I don't know. Sometimes there's like differing information, from people.
So when we talk about like younger, kids getting into collectibles and stuff, this is a Gen Zer in the house. Chris Salvador, family friend. He says, "So what's everyone's favorite clone battalion?" I don't even know what that means. You guys even know what that means? Is that a Fortnite? Is that a Fortnite thing?
I have no
idea.
Is
that a Star Wars thing, or
I don't know. He's like 26, so no, he's good. He's good people. Let's see here. All right, cool. Well, I thought you guys would enjoy that. Happy hunting. I would caution that if you're looking for this, and if you're searching for the double helix, like you're gonna pay some money for it. There are some listings on eBay, but look at the listings because a lot of them are opened. They don't have the helix coupon, and that's the whole point of getting that box. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. So anyway, happy hunting. And to round out our show for the night, again, I want to thank, we were up to almost 11 people today. Oh, Star Wars. Oh, cool. All right.
So he's probably talking about the Bad Batch, the Clone Wars Bad Batch. Is Chris talking about that?
When Anakin killed the kids? Maybe I don't know. Cool. He likes the stuff. Nice. we got some younger generations liking our stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I figured it was Star Wars, but I just didn't want to speak out of turn because I also have not played Fortnite personally or Minecraft, which is hilarious.
Me either. I know,
but I just know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mabuhay, love from the Philippines. Nice. Cool. We're going international now. I love it. I just got back from the Philippines. I got married last July. I always like going back home. So yeah, thanks. Salamat po for coming through, man. And to end our show, we have our favorite segment, This or That. So hope you guys enjoy. I don't know what happened to Marcus, but hopefully we'll see him next time. And here's what I got for you guys. So $300. I thought this was kind of cool. The Robin figure with the yellow cape, just because it's kind of all over like the seal there. And then a newer just to show that people still love Bruce Lee. This is the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest 4K collection. So that just came out, sealed, sold for $300. What would you guys go with?
Robin.
Me too.
Yeah, I would go with Robin as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to come up with other Bruce Lee collections.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be forever.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, there's only one Robin with the yellow cape, I guess.
Yeah. And I just like it's like the OG one,
Yeah.
Like the OG Batman animated series. Yep. So I think even like kids that enjoy Batman today, they'll be like, oh man, that's the OG Batman Adventures that like my dad or my grandparent, I don't know.
While we're on the Batman the Animated Series figures,
yeah,
can you believe how cheap Harley Quinn is?
I haven't even looked for it.
Harley Quinn Batman the Animated Series figurine is the first Harley Quinn figurine.
Huh.
I have one. It's still so cheap. You can get it for about $20 to $30.
Wow.
I have no clue why. Was it overproduced? Was it like, are these figures not in demand? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. They should be, though.
Yeah. I actually went to a toy show and they had it there for $20. I didn't buy it because I already have one. I was like, why is it so cheap? But it is. I have no idea why.
I mean, also people follow the herd, right? I mean, until somebody tells you that it's worth something.
You have to bring awareness to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like we're gonna bring awareness to that animation magazine, Simpsons, and South Park, and we're gonna be laughing 2 years from now when we sell those.
Watch Batman the Animated Series Generation 1 figurines take off.
That'd be hilarious. I'm gonna look after we get off the show.
Look for it. You'll be surprised how cheap they are.
Yeah,
first Harley Quinn figurine.
They're good looking. They're good looking, like cardstock, and the figurine display as well.
Yeah,
it's important.
They display well. They're really cool. They're really nicely collectible. So I don't know.
So kind of what I was alluding to earlier. So I've been seeing auctions for these like Fortnite bundle codes, just the code unused, or I don't know. This one, so Fortnite Wildcat bundle code sold for $500, and then the Virtua Boy 1995 opened for $500. I'm probably going to the Virtua Boy, but I just thought it was crazy how this Fortnite skin went for. It's just the skin. There's nothing else that comes with it. It was just that. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I would go for the Virtual Boy for sure. I wonder if people are actually buying the code to play it. Like, is it because it's a rare code and they're just buying it to have it, or is it like an unused code, or was it?
I think it was unused. I don't know how you prove that though. I was actually I searched for it because I was like, I wonder if I could find just the paper code to pair with a CIB like console, and that's how I found it. But I'm not sure. I didn't do enough research on that. But I just thought that was interesting. Like, are we gonna see like codes go graded now? Like in the future? I doubt it, but like I thought that was kind of cool. I just thought this is a really high price for this much wanted pandemic book.
So they're coming out with a
TMNT.
foil version, guys.
Oh man, I can't wait for that foil version to come out and get all my fingerprints
It's got
on
a
it.
retail price on eBay for $100. So
Really?
go for it. Yeah.
Hilarious. $1,500 though for a 9.8 1/100 Peach Momoko.
Yeah,
versus
the original.
There's
giant
no way I'm
size.
not buying the giant size.
I know.
That's because you already have 10 of them, right?
Yeah. But I would get another. I would get an 11th because
yeah.
I don't need this TMNT.
I do have giant
I
size
know.
as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, if I had the 1500, I would go for the 1/100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple variations of the giant size and 5.5 and 5.0 go for around 16 to 17. So for an extra couple $100, you could have got it. So I'll take a Robin Tuck. All right. That's not on the list, but all right. Thanks, Wade.
Yeah, this or that.
All right. Last but not least.
Ooh.
I'm all about Fortnite lately. Vinny's getting in my head about Fortnite lately, I guess. But anyway, Mock Sapphire for you Magic the Gathering fans out there, and then a Fortnite Master Set. I saw like 4 of these sets go for $5,000. I don't know if it's the same buyer. I didn't look, but I kind of would go with the Fortnite Master Set for the long-term feasibility, because that Mock Sapphire hasn't really, stayed that amount for a pretty long time, and it's an OG one. That's the beta set, not alpha. But yeah, I'll go Fortnite. What were you guys going with?
Was this the card that that music artist, what was his name? Post Malone bought 2 years ago or something, or 3 years ago? He paid like I don't know, was it $1 million or something to buy it, and not in a graded 10? Maybe not. I'm thinking it was this, but maybe it's not this.
It sounds like it'd be more Black Lotus, but
yeah, I think it was Black Lotus. You're right. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know anything about.
Oh, you don't know anything about Magic? Oh, it's okay.
I don't know anything about Magic. Sorry for it. Yeah.
No, it's okay. So Mock Sapphire is like one of the top,
okay.
The fire the something 9 is what they call it, but it's basically like the Power 9. It's one of the Power 9 cards. Black Lotus is like the best card ever, yada yada, arguably, but like this is one of the Power 9 cards in Magic the Gathering. So
is it hard to get in a grade higher than, like, is it readily available in a grade higher than fine? Like,
probably
can you go on
not.
eBay and see a lot of them?
No.
No.
A lot of people don't get rid of these cards. Just because of the print run is really low. They were very heavily played. No one was trying to collect these, back in the day. But the black border just does not help, right? Because it just, they're played, right? So, Wade's all about sexual advances today. Street Food is good in LPJ 2023. Animal Crossing has actually been kind of on my pandemic stuff that I remember going hot. I've thought about getting some Animal Crossing first edition Switch games sealed. I think they're pretty cheap. I don't know. I have to look at it again, but that might be something we bring up later down the road. But good call.
If anybody's looking for the OG Animal Crossing, it was the Japanese version for the N64.
Oh, damn. Okay, there you go. Right there.
Pretty
popular game, though.
It was first on N64 in Japan, and then it was then released in the United States for GameCube. So if you're looking for the US version, go for GameCube. If you're looking for the version that came even before that, it's the N64 version.
Oh, Chris says, what's everyone's favorite Star Wars game? Mine has to be Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, snap. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I would say probably, yeah. Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite too, even on the phone. I'll play that on my phone. Like when I was traveling internationally, when I didn't have anything to do, I'd play it on my phone. That's a great game, and if you want the first Darth Revan, hit me up. I don't have it. Never mind. Don't hit me up anymore. Sorry, Chris. I don't have it anymore. But yeah, fellas, that's our show. Pretty short show, but short and sweet. I think we had some pretty good low-hanging fruit in today's show for sure. Any closing thoughts for you guys?
Go see Dune. Dune 2. Great movie.
Go see Dune 2.
Yeah. Watch it. It's good.
If anybody wants that link for that first South Park animation, let me know. Hit me up in the DMs or the Discord, all that. And we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Again, happy birthday to Southpaw Brad. I think we're gonna go tomorrow, right, Brad? We got some stock and equity stuff to talk about. So thanks, Vinny, for coming through. Good to see you, man. And Dak, as always, appreciate your guys' help. And we'll see you next time. Later, everyone.